Guys, I wanted to stop back and add to the video I just did because it's seeming to offend a lot of people, and I just wanted to uh, communicate a little more clearly what I meant when I'm talking about negative people. I'm not talking about just people that are down on their luck or don't have things going well for them. When I'm talking negative, I'm talking in the realm of like people that are abusive, people that um, hurt you physically, emotionally, verbally. I'm talking about drug addicts or alcoholics or thieves. I'm talking about, um, sociopathic people that have no feelings, or a narcissistic, malignant narcissist that also have no feelings for people. And Or another example of a very low frequency would be people that are hate filled, very judgmental or hate filled. And of course, being good people, your natural instinct, especially if there's somebody that's in your life that you care about, is to help them. And it should be, I mean, my God, that's the best part of being a human, is helping others, as much as you can. I mean, that's what I think anyway. Um, and that's why I've learned this lesson, and I have it to tell you, is that when you go down to a level so low, like an addiction level, and that's what I taught in my lectures, that are maybe on a frequency of a 1, and you start and you're there for a long time, like say you're married to somebody that's an addict, and I've also experienced this, working in rehabs. No matter how high energy you are and lighthearted and a good person and all those things, if you're continually around somebody that's addicted, it will take your life down in so many ways. And I think part of why so many people are getting upset about the video is that, it's very hard to change. And everybody tells you you're selfish if you leave a situation, and a lot of times if you're with somebody that maybe is an addict, you feel like, you're betraying them and leaving them in a bad place, and you are. But at a certain place, let's look at it more. I think would be good if you had a child. Maybe you could look at it, and your child was perhaps with an abusive or addicted mate. And you'd have to say, well, what about you? What about you? I love you, and your life is, for instance, chasing down these alleyways, pulling, your addicted spouse out of, dens of, heroin or whatnot. That would ruin that person's life. So that's a really easy example. And then there's a subtle example about, the people that just get sick, that manifest illnesses because they're so full of stress, because they're around somebody that's being abusive to them, for instance. So there is a point where you have to love yourself enough not to let yourself go under. I used an example with my one friend that commented, it's like the person that goes out to save a drowning person with the best intentions, but sometimes that person brings them down and drowns them as well. So you have to be fortified, and you have to know what you can and cannot do, and you have to be aware. And so that's why I made that video, because I just wanted to make sure that, you're checking your life to make sure that you don't have a drowning man pulling you down. And if you do, then at least realize that you have to fortify yourself and keep yourself stronger if you're going to stay with that person, if you don't want to leave them. I'm open to feedback from people, and I just wanted to make that a little more clear, because for some reason people were thinking I was coming off as having no compassion, and I do have compassion. I have compassion for you, and I would like your life to stay good as much as the person that I don't know that you might be, risking your life being with, or your energy, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, if you take care of somebody that is addicted and they're choosing to be an addict and you're taking care of them all the time, what are you doing with your life? Where's the books you could be writing? Where's the charities you could be helping? Where's the joy you could be having? Simply what I'm saying. Again, I'm open to feedback, everybody. But thanks again for listening.